Elephanta Caves. Elephanta Caves are situated on Elephanta Island, about 10 kilometers from Mumbai's mainland shore. The history and origin of Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay, was initially a group of 7 islands on the Konkan coastline occupied by Koli fishermen. In addition to these 7 islands, there is an additional island of Mumbai known as Kharapuri or the Elephanta Island. The Elephanta Caves are a great tourist attraction in the vicinity of the large Mumbai metropolis. The caves can be reached by an hour's boat ride from the Gateway of India. Behind the gateway, there are steps leading into the sea where motorboats sit waiting to take visitors on a ride to the Elephanta Islands. The jetty is about 400 meters away from the island and they are connected by a bridge. From the boat landing stage on the island, a walkway leads to steps that go up to the famous caves. The island is thickly wooded with palm, mango and tamarind trees. The island has a population of about 1,200 involved in growing rice, fishing and repairing boats. There are 3 small villages at the island and tourism to the caves and fishing are the main sources of livelihood for the villagers. There is a mini toy train which takes passengers from the jetty to the island. Little trinket shops all through the pathway leading up to the caves also make for great resting places to take a breath, glance at the colorful offerings at the shops, and also indulge in splurging on pieces that remind one of the visit to the island that is worthy of mention in the history books. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Elephanta Caves is a specimen of rock-cut art and architecture from the times of medieval India. Natively known as Kharapuri Leni, the Elephanta Caves that exist today are ruins of what were once elaborately painted artworks. It also provides an amazing view of the Mumbai skyline. This collection of cave temples dates back to the 5th to the 7th centuries, and most of them are dedicated to Lord Shiva. Hewn into a basalt rock face, this heritage site straddles 2 hills, one to the west and the other to the east. There are 2 groups of alcoves. The first is a large group of 5 Hindu caves, and the second one is a smaller group of 2 Buddhist caves. The western ridge rises gradually from the sea and expands towards the east, across a gorge, and peaks at an elevation of about 173 meters. The landmark cave here is Cave 1 or the Great Cave on the western hill, known for its stellar Shaivite depictions and reliefs from Hindu epics and mythology. The architecture of the cave seems to have been borrowed from that of a typical Buddhist vihara, with a central court and several pillared cells. For a depth of 39 meters from front to back, it has a remarkably small main entrance. 24 columns support the ceiling of the hall. At the back end of the temple is the famous Mahesha Murti, while the shrine with the lingam, the main object of worship in a Shiva temple, is on the right side. Although there are two side entrances, each from east and west. An ode to Shaivism, the temple complex celebrates the various forms and manifestations of Shiva, with some larger-than-life sculptures. The Hindu caves contain the stone sculptures representing the Shaiva Hindu sect. The caves are an expression of art, and a number of important imageries are sculpted here, which include Trimurti or three-headed Shiva, Gangadhar, which is a manifestation of the river Ganga as she descends to the earth, Uma Maheswara, which is a symbolization of the passive male principle Shiva and the active female principle Parvati, Kalyana Sundara, or marriage of Shiva and Parvati, Kalyana Sundara, or marriage of Shiva Parvati, and Ardhanareshwar, which is a representation of Shiva and Parvati in the same body. Adjacent to Cave 1 and in the southeast direction, Cave 2 through 5 pan out. Cave 2 was ravaged and restored in the 1970s. It has 4 square pillars. Take 2. It has 4 square pillars and 2 small cells. Cave 3 carries on the Mandapa architectural legacy. Cave 3 carries on the Mandapa architectural legacy with pillared recesses and inner chambers. The central door holds a damaged shrine believed to be that of Shiva. Next in line is Cave 4, also in a ruinous state, with a rambling veranda bereft of pillars, though there is a lingam in the shrine at the back of the structure. Cave 5 simply exists, with no discernible reference to any tenet in history. Cave 6 and 7, however, are on the rim of the eastern hill, which is otherwise home to the 2 Buddhist caves with stupas and water tanks. There is a walkway connecting the east and the west hill. It seems that the Buddhists were the first occupants of the island. The calm and tranquil atmosphere at Gharapuri, coupled with the warmth radiating from the locals, makes it a visit that is worth the journey.